Intimidator 305 is the Intamin Giga coaster at King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. I got multiple rides on this thing and I had extremely high hopes. The ride not only met my expectations but exceeded in where I thought it would rank for me. I was anticipating the ride to make my top 10, that's a given, but I was not expecting to walk out with Intimidator 305 as my #1 steel coaster. For starters, the ride has a great presentation. As the name suggests, the 300-foot tall structure towers over the entire park, and the general plaza leading up into the ride is pretty nice. It has a little corner dedicated to Dale Earnhardt with one of his cars and some facts about him. You'll strap into your Intamin over-the-head soft restraints, which I kind of like. People complain that they're too restrictive, but if they were lap bars, the ride wouldn't really be possible. You can't make those turns with having over-the-head restraints. For this ride, I think they fit really well. There are rides that don't need them, like Giga, but this one, it definitely fits well. As for where to sit on the train, I really couldn't tell the difference between front and back, but as all roller coasters that I've ridden, I do have a slight preference for the back. After a speedy cable lift, you'll swoop into this drop. While it's not amazing as the Fury 325 drop or the El Toro drop, it's very close, and it's less about airtime and more about just diving and getting all that speed quickly. You'll max out at 90 miles per hour before hitting this insane right-hand turn. Not only is it forceful, but the intensity is a guaranteed gray out every single time. Following that, you'll go into this colossal floater airtime hill, and you do actually get some nice floater for a ride that has over-the-head restraints. The next part of the ride is my favorite. It's a combination of high-speed turns with the perfect blend of intensity and forces. After this section, you'll roll into two back-to-back floater airtime hills. Both of them provide some nice airtime, and even though the ride had over-the-head restraints, I still got some nice pops out of my seat. I didn't really notice the trim brakes in the back. In the front, maybe a little bit, but it was nothing to cry over. After those airtime hills, you'll bank around a few more times before doing this really cool twist into the brake run. It's a really underrated moment on the ride. You kind of twist under yourself and then wind around into the brake run. The coaster itself is super well-rounded. If you can disregard ejector airtime, which it's definitely hard to, but I think some rides just don't need it, this is a really amazing coaster. Has the perfect blend of positives, laterals, intensity, and floater airtime. It's also a pretty long ride, clocking in with almost a 3-minute duration. I truly have no complaints on this coaster, and that is why it is getting a perfect A+. Be sure to like, comment, and of course subscribe for more. I'll catch you all next time here on Coaster Cupcake.